Hey guys, my name is Wildkard and welcome back to my channel. Stormers versus British Irish Lions. The last game of the Lions tour before the test matches. Once again, the Lions win a very comfortable game over a Stormer side that is missing a lot of their key players. And this game saw the debuting of Marcus Smith at number 10 position for the British Irish Lions. To be really honest, my jealousy levels is through the roof with this guy. Every time I see him, I'm just like, I just shake my head in disbelief of how quickly he's able to achieve things in rugby in his career. He debuted for England 2 weeks ago against America. And then he had another good performance against Canada last week. And he was called up this week to play for literally a week ago to play for the British Irish Lions as a result of a few niggling injuries with Owen Farrell's and Finn Russell and Dan Biggar. So yeah, he's called in to specifically play this Stormers game, and he's done extremely well. 100% kicking accuracy. He set up a couple of really beautiful tries. He has great footwork. His accuracy is really high. Maybe his defense is a little bit lacking. I saw him miss at least a tackle. Maybe his defense might be a little bit of improvement there. But overall, this guy is, quite the envy of a lot of rugby players around the world. And this guy triggers my my envy quite a lot. Only 22 years of age, and he's just already in the Lions tour and scoring and had a pretty much a perfect start to his career. And let's have a look at some of these. Oh, and another big thing for this game was the return of the real Lions tour captain, Alun Wyn. He was injured in the pre-tour match against Japan in Edinburgh, and he had a shoulder injury, and they were saying that he might not be able to return, but he did recover, and he's back on the field for the first time since the Japan game. I don't know. I waited up to 3 o'clock in the morning just to see him getting back on the pitch. So yeah, it was pretty exciting for the Lions fans, I'm for sure. So let's have a look at some of the stats from the match. 7 tries to 0. Quite a impressive defensive performance by the Lions. 242 run meters for the Stormers. 768 run meters for the Lions. The Lions were not afraid to run the ball pretty much anywhere from the field. 93 carries to 134. 15 defenders beaten for the Stormers. 37 defenders beaten for the Lions. They probably would like that number to be a little bit lower. 0 clean breaks for the Stormers. 26 for the Lions. Very, very good. 130 passes for the Stormers. 151 for the Lions. 6 offloads for the Stormers. 18 for the Lions. 20 turnovers conceded for the Stormers. So done really well for the Lions to turn the balls over. However, the Lions did concede 15 turnovers as well during their attack. So that's something that they definitely wanted to work on. Defense, 126 tackles made for the Stormers, 37 missed tackles. So they really had a poor outings in the tackling area. Lions, 121 tackles, 15 missed tackles. Not as good as Warren Gatland would like. They probably want to see this down to like a single digit, or as close to a single digit as you can, but still pretty decent. Great effort for the Lions. 6 turnovers won in defense for the Stormers. 10 turnovers won in defense for the Lions. Kicks in play, 35 a piece for both teams. Conversions, 7 tries, 7 perfect conversions for Marcus Smith. Yeah, you can't really get a better start in your Lions tour debut. 1 penalty for the Stormers. And that was pretty much all the Stormers had to muster against the Lions this game. Quite a few opportunities that were squandered, and the Lions were able to snuff out any actual tries could have been made by the Stormers. Rucks, 69 rucks for the Stormers, 6 lost. 74 rucks for the Lions, 4 lost. 6 more for the Stormers and 5 for the Lions. Lineouts, 18 lineouts for the Stormers, 3 lost. 12 lineouts for the Lions, 1 loss. The Lions probably would like that to be a 0, as you know this is against a team like Stormers. You probably should have 100% of your lineouts. Oh, this might be the one where Alun Wyn Jones lost. In fact, we'll talk about it a bit later. Maybe that didn't lose that one. Maybe that didn't count as a loss. But anyway, 5 scrums for 1 for the Stormers, 1 loss. 7 for the Lions, 1 loss as well. So again, losing a scrum against the Stormers outing is not really ideal for the Lions, especially when you pretty much have the big boys on the field. This really shouldn't happen. Warren Gallen probably won't look into that. Penalties conceded 13-12 against the Lions. Yeah, something that the Lions really need to improve. But when things did click for the Lions, they looked pretty smooth overall. Yeah, so the lineout loss, I think, is when Alun Wyn Jones came on. He came on at 51 minute. There was a lineout. There was a 5-meter attacking lineout. The lineout gets overthrown. He gets lifted up, and it went overthrown. Not sure if it was his problem or it was the hooker's problem. It was definitely like missed timing for the team, but I don't think that was I don't think they lost that line out. I think they recovered it at the back. Like there was a bit of juggling, but the Lions did recover that. They didn't actually technically lose that one. But yeah, first line out, Alun Wyn Jones came in, almost lost it, but yeah. Anyway, let's go through the exact breakdown on what happened in the game. So the game kind of went back and forth. A lot of like untidiness for both teams. It took 18 minutes for the first points to be scored against for the Stormers. The Stormers were just outside the Lions, 22 meters or so. Hamish Watson gets caught for not releasing the tackle. He goes for the jackling. He didn't. Now the rules nowadays is that if you make the tackle, you have to clearly make a release and then go for the ball. He kind of just went for the ball. Wayne Barnes penalized him. Stormers takes the 3 points. 3 points to nil. And that's the only points the Stormers scored, and the only time the Stormers were ahead of the British and Irish Lions. It took the Lions another 8 minutes or so to actually put points on the board for themselves. So there was a so there was Lions who were happy to run the ball out of their own 22. So they had their own ball inside their own 22. Marcus Smith starts running the ball out and he passes the ball to Elliot Daly. And Elliot Daly threw a really quick pass to Van der Merwe on the wing, who found himself in a bit of space. He runs all the way to about halfway point and gets tackled. And then the Lions do 2 quick faces infield. And then eventually, 2 faces infield. And Ty Furlong was at the breakdown. He looked up, sees no one there, marking the pillar position, picks up the ball, runs a good 10-15 meters into the Stormers half, just outside the Stormers 22, and then the Lions just started spread ball out wide, a quick ball out spread out wide to Josh Adams. Josh Adams gets tackled about 10 meters out, and the ball comes out quickly. The Ali Price gets the ball out, and he sees Adam Beard. Is his name Adam Beard? Runs just around the 9-10 channel in a really nice bit of line. There was a lot of defensive scrambling. No one knows what's going on in Stormers team. There were people there, but no one seems to be marking Beard. He just runs into the 9-10 channel, goes in for the first try for the Lions. 7 points to 3. 5 minutes, not 5 minutes later, 33 minutes in, there was another penalty against the Stormers. The Lions kicks the penalty out for a line out. They set the line out for a maul. This was about 10 meters out, and they're just the maul wasn't going anywhere. And then eventually the maul kind of just split. It looked like there was 2, maybe even 3 small mauls kind of going around, a lot of confusion. And Cowan Dickey had the ball just appeared out of the appeared out of all the mess with the ball heading towards the try line, and it darts in, goes in for the second try for the British Irish Lions. Gets converted, Marcus Smith, 3 points to 14. And then just before halftime, there was a scrum for the Lions inside the Stormers half, just inside the Stormers half. The scrum didn't go anywhere. The ball comes out. Some really nice running off the scrum. Van der Merwe eventually gets the ball, and he gained a really nice bit of. He crashed the ball with like pretty made a pretty good gain around center field. Gets to the ball well within the Stormers 22. Another phase later, the ball comes out wide. The ball comes out. No, the ball comes out. They choose to go to the short side, and this was about 10 meters out. There was a cutout pass to Stuart Hogg, and the Stuart Hogg just a quick pop pass like this to Hill, and Hill goes in. Number 5 with his shirt goes in for the third try for the Lions just before halftime, and suddenly the game is starting to look like it's pulling away for the Stormers. 21 points to 3 going into halftime. Despite having a really slow start, the Lions really starting to kick into gear. Second half starts. The Lions, both teams look a bit rusty again. Look like there was a lot of back and forward, and no one was able to get anywhere for about 10 minutes. 50 minutes, on the 50-minute mark, finally the Lions were just inside the 50, inside the Stormers 50-meter line. There was a nice, so Smith got the ball, Marcus Smith got the ball. He ran, he was drifting out wide, and he threw an inside pass to Elliot Daly, was coming at an angle. Beautifully played. Daly gets through the defense. The fullback comes up to cover Daly. Elliot Daly throws a nice pass to Jack Conan. Is it Jack Conan? Yeah, Jack Conan, who was in support, gets the ball, jogs in right under the sticks for the 4th try for the British and Irish Lions. And this was perfectly executed, perfectly set up with Marcus Smith guiding this play. And 3 minutes later after this try was scored, literally like a minute later after this try, the conversion was kicked. Alun Wyn Jones on the 53rd minute steps on the field. I was clapping when I saw this. It was really good to see the captain. And I had my eyes on him for pretty much the entire game to see if he's, good. If he had, sometimes you have hesitations with your shoulder when you're going for a tackle. He, like I said, he came on straight away. There was a line out. The line out gets overthrown. He jumps out, he failed to catch it, gets overthrown. Probably a timing issue. Can't really blame Alun Wyn Jones for that. Could be both, because it could be a myriad of things why that didn't go the way they wanted. But Alun Wyn Jones was in the thick of things. Didn't quite look like he is feeling. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I have to say what Warren Gatland say. But just by watching him with my eyes glued onto the TV screen, looking at every tackle he's getting into, is there any hesitation? Is there any mainly looking for hesitation, like he's subconsciously trying to protect his shoulder sort of thing. Couldn't really say, but we'll have to see how Warren Gatland thinks about him when he comes to the test selections. But overall, he was on the field. He did not get injured. I was worried that he might re-injure his shoulder. They might have put him back prematurely. But he looked a tiny bit rusty. But he is, he looks like he should be okay. He looks okay. 67th minute, the Lions were squeezing pressure on the Stormers try line, and there was a penalty. Repeated penalties. Eventually, and there was another one, and then Jamie George takes a quick tap. It's only about 5 minutes out. He crashes in. A lot of crash balls following this play. Alun Wyn Jones had himself a nice bit of crash ball there. Wish I had a look. He didn't really get that close, but he did play his part. He was in the breakdowns quite a bit during this period. Eventually, Fagerson, the Scotsman, rams in. The big Scots prop rams in for a try. And after about 5, 6, maybe even more phases of just crashing the pick and go and crashing the one-off crash the Stormers line. 35 points to 3. Another conversion, perfect conversion for Marcus Smith. 73 minutes into 73 minutes. Lions gets a scrum penalty inside their own half, inside their own 5-meter line. Like, there was a 5-meter scrum for the Lions. The Stormers were applying a bit of pressure. The Lions were able to get a penalty. And straight away, what's his name? Ali Price takes a quick tap and he passes the ball to Marcus Smith. Now, they're 5 meters out from their own try line. They had and you probably were expecting Marcus Smith to kick this after Ali Price takes a quick tap. But Marcus Smith decides to run. He found this little gap, slips through, and one of the tacklers came up to try to tackle him. He shrugs off the tackler, and he runs about 55 meters past the halfway line before the fullback eventually sweeps across and tries to take him out. He sees Louis Rees-Zammit on his outside. He pops the ball to Rees-Zammit, runs the rest of the field, scores the try. This was a 95-meter try by two of the youngest players in the British and Irish Lions team. Very, very good. And my enviness was through the roof at this point. I had tears dripping out of my eyes when I saw this. He gets the kick again, 3 points to 42. And the game still has 7 minutes left. On the 77th minute, there was a scrappy bit of play by the Lions. So it looked really bad, actually. So they were on the attack inside the Stormers' half, inside the Stormers' 40. And then they just started to throw these really poor passes and just fumbling around their own back line, the ball going to the ground. Eventually, they found themselves just outside their own 22 without any of the Stormers actually making any significant tackling on them. But eventually, the Lions kind of settled. The ball gets to Van der Merwe. He runs back to the halfway line. He assists about getting tackled. He pops the ball up for who was it? He popped to Stuart Hogg, was it? Oh no, he pops up to Burns, and then Burns runs into a defender, loops the ball over to Stuart Hogg. Stuart Hogg runs in to the final defender, that was the fullback coming up to cover him. He just nice little pass to Simmons from the England team, and he goes in for the final try for the British Irish Lions. Another perfect kick from Marcus Smith, 3 points to 49. Yeah, perfect start for the youngster, and something that Warren Gatland, will be glad to be done and over with, these blowout games. Anyway, guys, that is the last game of the Lions Tour warm-up matches. The test is coming up, and let me know what you think. Let me know your predictions. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in a couple days. Cheers.